March 6, 2025, soy Juan José, continuing with this sequence of information to restore the course of the civilization towards eternity and recover the original universal happiness of the civilization that was interfered in the first connection between the population of the planet and the divine guidance of the interdimensional souls coming as tutorial guidance for humanity towards eternity through the multidimensional intelligence, multidimensional understanding and sovereignty of this master creation. The cosmic pilots initially came and found that kind of interference with the population not liberating this interest to learn how to pilot this mothership, of to learn how to follow the guidance, the tutorial spiritual guidance of the interdimensional souls. That is the reason initially why that disgust of the interdimensional pilots was interpreted by the population like the divine creator was not a positive energy. That was recorded on the subconscious of the global population after this reaction. Physical reaction of the angels who saw this level of cortisol rising in the body, creating this visceral reaction located on the solar plexus that we had been dissolving. My family is going through all these experiences just to project and reflect through our soul missions for humanity in my family and other friends around and co-creators and priestesses who had been assisting this process just to understand exactly what has happened, go back in time in the memory of the Akashic records and reverse of this process being projected on our reality through this memory and the path journey that we had been going through, just to clarify the initial conflict of the initial misunderstanding. That initial misunderstanding has been growing through the last 170 centuries, arriving to this moment in which the dysfunctional and displaced reality of humankind requires the reconnection of our direction towards eternity and recover the natural happiness of our divine existence as the miracle of infinite, eternal, immortal love of this divine universal existence for humanity. That is exactly like what we are, who we are, how we are, why we are, when we are, and where we are, as a miracle of infinite, immortal, eternal love. That is how we have to treat ourselves from now on, understanding that this misunderstanding has to be resolved in this focus of who we really are, recovering our integrity, recovering our loyalty, our purity, our credibility, dignity, sovereignty, liberation, and eternity through our chakras, aligned to the chakras of the earth and aligned to the chakras and the seven sisters in the Pleiades as the initial genetic donation to co-create with the master plan and the master project for this civilization and the biodiversity on the planet for humankind to become an intelligent civilization, part of the Galactic Federation. We have been pondering all these energies in the equilibrium of the heart, connected to the divine source, and the lineages that have been contributing through history throughout the geography of the planet to bring this divine, eternal, immortal, infinite love for humanity. All are valid references for us just to ponder these energies within our heart, giving time for these reflections and projections to come into that universal peace that give us the sequence to return to our eternity in universal happiness. Happiness was initially the promise of the divine creation for humanity. We had been trying to get that feeling through all kind of experiments, finally finding this sweetener of existence, antidepressant and psychotropic, that alters the reality of the human perception about universal reality. I have been the last 12 years of my life without income, just to detach from that global projection and preference of the psychotropic that is the fetish for many minds, because is in exchange bringing that instant gratification through the trauma and the suffering and the pain of humanity. Everything is human. Everything is energies that are affecting or influencing our way of thinking, just for the ego to survive this tremendous trauma that the civilization has been going through so many centuries. The civilization went too fast towards nowhere. We have stopped that inertia by slowing down these mental projections just to come to our senses, just to come to our sensibility, our sensitivity, our sentience and sensoriality to perceive through neutrality this universal equilibrium of energies, observing the galaxies, observing the stars, and recovering that understanding just to replace that misunderstanding that has caused so many troubles, problems, and complications. Humanity has been only contributing with problems and complications projected on the universal and galactic master consciousness of this project for humankind through the co-creation with other civilizations, supporting and monitoring our existence without intervening directly, sometimes in presence, as we have observed in occasions, these spaceships in our aerospace present, and we have observed these spaceships levitating in the atmosphere. And sometimes in these films and these visual confirmations and documents that we have observed, we can perceive these spaceships that they are suddenly transforming into light and disappearing into the space, into the air. What happens in this situation is that the connection of the consciousness of the pilot connected to the spaceship through the materials. We are in this planet studying teleportation through quantum computation, and this is related to the momentum in which humankind should be creating these spaceships for us to teleport our consciousness through the galaxy and travel interdimensional, teleporting our pure consciousness. The moment that the spaceships become light, it is the light of the pilot or the pilots within that spaceship, they perceive in the sky a hole, a black hole of consciousness through which they go inside just to be teleported to the place of origin of these visitors that we had been seeing in our skies. That is how cosmic pilots teleport their consciousness throughout the galaxy, and that is where humanity is heading, just to find through peace. Peace is the essence of our existence, just to get our neutral mind focused in the real universal happiness, releasing all the energies and the satisfaction for our existence, eternal divine existence in the universe. The faculties of humans is what we had been restoring in our process to recover our universal identity. There is no more existential conflict for humankind. There is no more spatial disorientation. There is no more crisis of identity. We can, in universal sovereignty, co-create everything that is necessary, energies and resources for humans, and just abandon that space of the karma and enter fully in the space of dharma, in which we co-create openly with the divine spirit of this project and other spirit sources of the galaxy. The Earth is a spirit source, the sun, the planets, the solar systems, and the galaxy is our space where we enter in this next era of Aquarius. This is a cosmic space in which the entire cosmos is transcending into a next cosmic era of evolution, of quantum consciousness in dynamic levitation, and humanity has the universal right and the universal faculties and the clear vision on the horizon of evolution. We can do this from unity, we can do this from sovereignty and the liberation of our souls, noble, multidimensional, sovereign souls to co-create this reality for the civilization. Where there is evidence, there is no dualism, there is no conflict, there is no debate. Universal existence can have opposition, but it's not convenient to oppose or defy this universal existence, because basically what is happening is that we are opposing of define ourselves. That is what has been happening during the last 170 centuries after this misunderstanding in the initial connection of the fecundation between the global population and the galactic souls. We correct that direction, we correct that orientation by focusing on understanding our potential and bringing this civilization into that space of Dharma and co-creation, peace, and multidimensional intelligence of our souls. That is how we are transcending. That is how we are transforming. That is how we are transiting into the next era and transforming like a chrysalis into a butterfly to expand our wings and fly in a new space of liberation. That is the dream of healthy minds to be in harmony, complementary and compatible with the universal existence. That is the message of today, March 6, 2025. It is the 369, which are also a 99 portal of transition towards the next era of peace for humanity and start co-creating through the Dharma space. Thank you very much for listening, and until the next transmission.